Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Herb Rodg podcast. Before we get started with tonight's show, no, there are no technical difficulties going on. We're going to be minus Herb tonight. He is celebrating my sister-in-law, his wife's birthday. I don't know why I had to clarify that my sister-in-law is his wife. Anyway, celebrating her birthday today at their house, so they're having a gathering at the house. Shout out to them. Shout out to everybody there and the family and friends. Before we continue on, we appreciate everybody's support for Herb and I reaching our goals. I believe it was 2 days ago. We reached one of our goals on YouTube. We appreciate everybody's support. We appreciate all the day ones. We appreciate all the day 50s, day 100s, so forth and so on. This is something that Herb and I started a few years ago. We finally get the ball rolling a little bit more, and we're getting to where we go to. So again, please like, comment, subscribe, share this with your friends, family members, people you don't like, ex-girlfriends, ex-wives, whatever. Just share the podcast to them. Let them know it's a good podcast. Two goofy brothers just talking about Bama sports. Before we get into that, I'm sorry, we just got into that. With that being said, as I just mentioned, today is Brittany's birthday, or next week is Brittany's birthday, but we're celebrating it today. Happy birthday to my sister-in-law. Love you. You deserve everything that you've worked hard for, both you and Herb. We appreciate you. The family says hi. And with that, let's get into the happy birthday video, and everybody can give a shout out.
All right, that's it.
Happy birthday, girl.
Say happy birthday. Take your sachi out.
Happy birthday.
Okay, bye-bye.
Happy birthday to our daughter-in-law, Brittany. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Brittany. We love you.
I want to wish my firstborn granddaughter a very happy birthday. And to just remind you that she was definitely born a girl then. You were beautiful then, and you are very beautiful now. I will always love you, regardless of the shape of your head. You have a happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Brittany. We love you.
Happy birthday, Britt. I love you. Can't wait to see you this weekend. Happy birthday, Britt. Just wanted to say we love you. We can't wait to see you this weekend, and we hope you have a fantastic birthday. Bye. Love you.
Happy birthday, Britt.
Happy birthday, Britt.
We love you.
Love you.
Love you.
Happy birthday, baby girl. 35 looks good on you. I hope you have an awesome birthday this year. And I want you to know that I am super proud of you and all of your accomplishments. I love you big.
Happy birthday. I truly hope that you are enjoying this day, this celebration. You deserve every single bit of it. You are an amazing business owner. You're an amazing friend. And you're an amazing wife. And I'm so lucky to have you in my life. Today, this weekend, everything, this is about you. Hope you're enjoying this time. I love you, and happy birthday.
Heart beats fast, colors and promises. How to be brave? How can I love when I'm afraid to fall?
Herb got me tearing up. All right. With that being said, happy birthday, Britt. We love you. Cheers to 21. Yeah. All right. With that being said, let's jump into the comments, check in, see who is joining us on this beautiful Saturday evening. I know that the comments may be a little slim tonight because SummerSlam is also going on. There's a lot of wrestling addicts out there, wrestling aficionados, so watching that. This is day one of day two, so we'll see who we can get. Jay Bake chimed in about 30 minutes ago. I'm sorry. Appreciate you for joining us. Zach Minger, happy National Ice Cream Sandwich Day. I did not know it was National Ice Cream Sandwich Day. I probably won't get one after the show, and I don't think we have any here, so it's all good. Kat, thank you for joining us. Roll Tide, we appreciate you for joining us. Yes, Kat says happy birthday to Britt, and thank you for taking Herb away from hey, my pleasure. Anything I got to do to get Herb off the show, no problem at all. I know he's gonna like that one. Sped is one half of the Run in Wrestling podcast. excuse me, they actually had us as guests on their show last night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Herb and I were casual wrestling fans, and they were kind of just introducing us to the card at SummerSlam that's going on right now. It was a great show. Sped and Big Mike are doing an excellent job on the show. We appreciate y'all for allowing us to be on the show. The chat was flowing. Comments were good. They're doing big things over there. If you're not following the Running Wrestling Podcast, please jump on their YouTube channel. Kat says, yes, they're getting big. Twins just turned 2 on July 20th. But my daughter acts like she's 8 already. It's kind of weird. She runs the house. I think that's it for right now. Again, appreciate everybody for joining Herb and I again. And as I mentioned previously, we're on the road to 500 now. We're trying to hit that goal. I think we're at 421. Trying to hit that goal by August 30th, which is when we have to go to Tallahassee and Mollywop, Florida State. We are going to continue to put out as much content as we possibly can. With that being said, from time to time or whenever you can, just give us some constructive criticism, whether it's on one of the podcasts Tuesday night or tonight, whether you're following us on our YouTube channel. Let us know in the comments if there's things that you want to see us do. Maybe something different from other Bama podcasts or other podcasts in general. Just give us some information. We're doing the best we can. We want to entertain you guys and make you guys happy as well. So appreciate that. Sped, let's go. Okay, really, I don't even know why I clicked on that one. With that being said, so only a few topics on for tonight. This show is going to be a little shorter than normal. Herb's not here. I got something to take care of as well. One of the things that I did want to talk about was about 2 days ago, Anthony Tank Jones was a 5-star edge from St. Paul's in Mobile, Alabama. He ended up committing to Oregon. A lot of people, including myself, I'm not going to lie, a lot of people, including myself, were under the impression that Tank would stay home, stay in Alabama, stay closer to Mobile, and commit to the University of Alabama football team. Obviously, he didn't. We didn't get the guy we wanted. It happens. This is today's day in college football. This is just how things go. Now people have been speculating for a long time. Is it NIL money? Did he just want to get away from home? Did he look at us getting maybe Xavier Griffin and say he didn't want to, he wanted his own thing? I don't know. All I can know is that he's 16, 17 years old. He made a decision for himself and his family. Personally, I wish him the best in his future endeavors. I'm never going to wish anything bad on somebody. I don't know his situation is what I'm trying to tell you. I don't know where he's coming from. I don't know what his headspace is, but he made the decision. I hope he does really, really good at Oregon, unless we have to play them. But no, kudos to Anthony Tank Jones for making that decision. And one other thing that a few other things we have to remember is, first of all, your verbal commits are this summer. He just verbally committed summer. And all the other guys that we got in this recent haul were just verbal commits. You don't hard sign or actually physically sign a piece of paper till December. With that being said, people are going to still kind of continue to reach out to these recruits, somehow magically contact them, whether it's social media or I don't know how it's done. I don't know how it's done. I don't do this, but people will still, from other teams and other schools, will still continue to contact Tank Jones, and they'll try to continue to establish a rapport or maintain a rapport with him, just in case he changes his mind. Perfect example is University of Alabama. Like I said, anything could happen over the next couple of months. He might have second thoughts. Maybe family members talk to him and say, listen, we really wish you could have stayed closer to home so we could attend some of the games. I'm only assuming with the NIL money he did get, I don't know the amount. Kat, thank you. He could have the Nike money. With the NIL money he's getting, he could probably afford to get some plane tickets for some of his family members and friends to come watch him play. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I wish him the best. I hope that eventually he does change his mind and decides to come to the University of Alabama. But we'll never see. Yes, Jay Bake, it's just me running solo tonight. Thank you for joining me, man. Shout out to Way Outside's crew. Shout out to the Way Outside's crew. They go live Thursday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Shout out to Cotton. Shout out to Jeff, Chris, Bill, all four of those guys. If you're not following the Way Outside's crew, please follow them on all their socials. It's W and then there's like 4 A's, offsides, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Just follow them on all their socials. They're everywhere, doing big things over there. Kudos to them and the crew. But yeah, Way Outside's content is a long way till December. There's a lot to be done. We don't know what's going to happen behind the scenes. And it's not just Tank Jones. It could be any of the other recruits that we missed out on I know some people like to say it was just a huge whiff. I can't believe this happened to Alabama. It happens to every school. Okay. Is it the biggest guy we ever missed? I don't know who the biggest recruit is we've ever missed. I'd have to pull that up, and I'm not going to do that right now simply because I don't know, and I don't want to make it look I don't know anything. So it happens. All schools miss out on guys. You can't get everybody you want, and it doesn't necessarily mean just because you lost him that he's going to play perfectly well and prosper at another school. We don't know what's going to happen. And again, he might, over the next few months, somebody might get him near. He might say, you know what, I'm going to flip or change or whatever you want to call it and say, hey, stay at Alabama. So it is what it is. Randy, thank you for joining us. Shout out to Randy, big, huge Georgia Bulldog fan. And I know for those, if you're just your first time watching, you're wondering what a Georgia Bulldog fan is. Randy's been a huge supporter since basically day one of the podcast. We appreciate you, Randy. If you missed the earlier part, we let everybody know that, we hit one of our milestones 2 days ago, 1 or 2 days ago. Numbers are doing good. We're still trying to do our thing on social media and catch up. Well, not necessarily catch up. I don't want to say catch up. We're still just trying to stay in our own lane, do our own thing, and just progress as time goes on. I still feel like Herb and I are still new to what we're doing. There's a lot we're learning. When it comes to just social media in general, there's a lot you have to learn. There's a lot of behind the scenes, a lot of logistics, et cetera, that Herb and I were completely unaware of. But we've had the fortune to talk to some people who are familiar with this stuff, and they know what they're doing, and they give you bright insight, one of them being Randy. So Randy, with that being said, we appreciate you. Hope you're having a good Saturday evening with the family. Way outsides. Bo Jackson is by far Bama's biggest whiff. Now that was, early 80s. So I honestly, I hate to admit this, I was completely unaware. I know who Bo Jackson is, but I didn't know how that recruiting battle went. I know Bo Jackson was from Birmingham, or from Alabama. So, I don't know how close we were to getting him. I don't know what happened at the last minute. I don't know, but that is a huge whiff. Bo Jackson was obviously a heck of a college player, great NFL player. You always wonder what would Bo's finals numbers look like if had he not suffered that drastic injury. Obviously, NFL and baseball, but Bo was an absolute monster. Never seen anything else like him. Dual sport athlete. Shout out to Bo Jackson. Hey, Bo, if you just happen to be watching, you go ahead and subscribe, and we'll definitely talk to your people, and you could talk to our people, and you could definitely be on the pod someday. Let's see. Excuse me. Yeah, there's some other dudes out there that Alabama has interest in. One of them being wide receiver Tristan Keys, who's I think he's going to be on campus for the LSU game, and I think, Con, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he is targeted as far as going to LSU right now. But again, I use the term right now. I don't know what's going to happen. Anything could happen. We could always use another great receiver in the backfield or in the receiving room next year. Obviously, Ryan Williams will be on his junior year, and then he'll be gone to the NFL after that. But we got Sadari Morgan and some other great guys coming in. So if anybody knows Tristan Keys, hey, come to Alabama. Cheers. Cheers to Brittany again. Happy birthday. All right. With that being said, that's just my little spiel on recruiting. I think there are certain times when people get emotionally invested into recruiting. And once you figure out that somebody is locked or crystal balled to going to Alabama, you might follow them on other socials. You might try to reach out to them, whatever the case may be. You get emotionally attached to this player. And then once they decide to go to another school, you automatically dislike this person when initially you never really knew what they were going to do in the first place. So it is what it is. Me personally, I try not to get too attached. I do get interested, and then with a lot of things you see on social media, you just never know what some people are going to do. So it's just part of the game. And like I said, people can change their mind anytime. Shout out to Big Mike from the Run and Wrestling Podcast. I mentioned him earlier. Shout out to Big Mike. Him and Sped are doing big things. Again, Mike, we appreciate you for having us on last night. Herb and I appreciate you. I think there were some people in there that they were commenting throughout the whole wrestling podcast. Again, Herb and I were casual fans on a wrestling podcast talking about SummerSlam 2025, which is currently on. But people were chiming in and said they love the chemistry between amongst us four. It was awesome. We love it. We'll definitely be there again whenever the next PLE comes up, and whenever Mike and Sped want us on, we will be right there. Mike has had our back since day one, and we definitely have Mike's back. So shout out to the Running Wrestling Podcast. Again, if you're not following them on YouTube, please do so now. And I'm going to say this, even if you're not a wrestling fan, just check it out. I was once a wrestling fan, mid to late 80s through the 90s. Around 2000, 2001, I kind of just dipped out and stopped watching it. But after watching what Mike and Sped are doing on the Running Wrestling podcast and watching a few PLEs, I keep on wanting to say pay-per-views, but a few PLEs, my interest in wrestling has heightened again. It's not like at a level 10 where I'm just watching every single event. There's a lot going on nowadays, but I do watch some. I try to watch some of the PLEs. I'll definitely watch SummerSlam once this ends. So shout out to Big Mike. I think I might have went on a little too much. James, thank you for joining us, James. Bama might as well wrap. Yeah, you're right, James. Bama might as well wrap it up, man. We're just gonna have a horrible season. We're gonna lose all 12 regular season games. Coach DeBoer is gonna get fired. Man, we didn't get Anthony Tank Jones. It is what it is, man. What are we gonna do? Kyle, shout out to Kyle. We appreciate you for joining us, man. I'm running solo tonight. Roll Tide. Kyle's been a loyal supporter as well. We appreciate you, man. Again, if you guys like what you're seeing tonight, if your first time here, share it. Tell everybody about the podcast. Tell everybody about the other podcasts that I mentioned. Randy's podcast, even though he's a Georgia Bulldogs fan, tell him about Randy's podcast, the Running Wrestling Pod, and so forth and so on. There's a lot of great podcasts out there, and a lot of people, including Herb and I, just need support. That's all it is. Just word of mouth, whatever the case may be. It doesn't hurt to subscribe. And subscribing to other people's podcasts and supporting other people is not going to hurt your own personal dreams. Just throwing that out there. So we appreciate all the support. With that being said, I think, again, that was my little spiel on recruiting. Let me know in the comments, especially Kyle. Let me know in the comments. Do you think that Anthony Tank Jones will end up eventually at the University of Alabama? Do we still have a shot in there? And again, in the comments, let me know some other names of some guys that we need to be looking at too. Way offsides, Cotton mentioned Tristan Keys, really, really tall, athletic wide receiver. We would love to have him on the campus at the Capstone next year to kind of team up with whatever QB we have at the time. And I say that because I made a video about this, and it just depends. Well, we didn't make a video about this. I'm just now thinking about this, but depending on what type of season Ty Simpson has this year, I don't know if he would come back. He has another year of eligibility, if I'm correct. I don't know if he would come back. I know it's too early to tell because the season hasn't started, but would he come back for another year if he has a phenomenal season? We go 11-1, 10-2, make the playoffs, and win the night. Whatever. I don't know. It depends on what his numbers looks like. It depends on what he wants to do. But as loyal as Ty Simpson has been to us, I think we would be loyal to him and show him the same type of love. I know we have Keelan Russell, Austin Mack, Jet, Tamala, and Tain Kawa. The QB room is going to be loaded next year. Looking forward to that. But if Ty has a good season and he wants to come back, I mean, who am I to say no? So maybe a modified old-fashioned. It doesn't taste quite as good as the ones I normally make, but it is what it is. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. Again, let me know in the comments. If Ty has a good season, do you think he'll come back? Kelly, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you on this beautiful Saturday night. Roll Tide, roll. With that being said, fall camp recently started, and I was talking to Herb the other day, and we're excited about fall camp. We're excited about seeing the pictures and the videos on social media about what's going on. We're always curious to see like what the quarterbacks look like, what do their passes look like, what is the offensive line doing? Are they blocking well? Same with the defense, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. What does the coaching look like? Are we going to be running new schemes on offensively? Is Womack going to change some things around? The curiosity is there. We just want to know what's going on. Kelly, you're never too late for the Herb and Rodg podcast on hand. You're good. You're perfectly on time. We appreciate you for joining us. So, again, with fall camp going on, we just want to know what's going on. It's the same with a lot of programs around the country. I've seen some of Randy's videos. He's out there attending fall camp. You're curious to see what the teams look like. You're curious and you're also anxious because you've been missing out on college football for so many months. You want that taste of it. Like the other day, Thursday night was the NFL had their preseason game on. It's a little taste of football, but even though it's preseason, you just want to see something. And this is what it is for us. Fall camp is just that something, especially for those who have access to some of the practices that are going on. And I will get back into fall camp in a second. Let me chat in with Randy. Randy, I have Bama power ranked as the Dogs' toughest game to win the season. Does everyone like me now? Randy, we love you regardless. I saw your video. and I saw the rankings. I agreed with him regarding the Alabama and Texas matchup. They both play Georgia. I feel like Alabama is going to be a tougher team. One reason being, yes, I am talking about what Georgia did to Texas twice last year. And yes, I'm going to give Georgia some credit, even though this is a Bama podcast, so just bear with me. They manhandled Texas last year. Even when they tried to put Arch in and run one of the little schemes that didn't work out, it looked like Georgia just looked like the varsity and Texas looked like the JV. I'm just being honest with you. I know a lot of Texas fans might not like that. It just looked like the men playing the boys. That's what that game looked like. With that being said, I don't know how this year's game is going to be that much different. In Athens, as far as I know. So we'll see. With that being said, I don't know. I've liked the fact that Randy ranked us number 1. I appreciate that. We are all looking forward to that game at the end of September. Herb may be in Athens that weekend. I'm not sure. I know I won't be here. I'll still be in Texas, but we're looking forward to that game towards the end of September. Let's see. Somebody from the Herb and Rodg podcast has chimed in and said, this is so much better that you dropped the dead weight. I don't know what the dead weight is, and I don't know who's taking over this account, so I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Kyle, or a.k.a. Tyson's Birder, I've controversially said that our luck runs out this year with Georgia. If Kirby don't win this one, he'll never get over the Bama hump 1-7. I don't know about that one, Kyle. I think the hump's going to be there because he's 1-6 right now. So even if they win, he goes 2-6. There's still going to be a hump, but I don't think this. I say that because I don't think this one game is going to define Georgia's season. If Georgia wins, obviously that'll be better for them. If Bama loses, we still have a full season ahead of us, and we still have 1 or 2 more games. Depending on how the playoff committee ranks us at the end, we have 2 more games that we could possibly lose. From Georgia's perspective, let's just say they lose against Alabama. They lost last year. They still made the playoff. So this one game isn't going to define the schedule. If we win again, we can go ahead and move on with the Kirby can't beat Bama narrative because he'll be 1-7. But it's just going to be one game to them. With the Alabama and Georgia rivalry, it'll be bigger there. It'll be bigger on social media. We'll discuss it on our podcast. Randy will discuss it on his podcast. But Kirby will be just fine. Yeah, with that being said, I think, Georgia will be just fine. It'll be interesting to see how Alabama plays after the Georgia game, though, because we know what happened last year. We beat Georgia. Hell of a game. I still think it was the best game of all season last year. But we know what happened last week or the next week when the next team we played, and things just kind of went downhill after that. We lost some games we shouldn't have, but that's a story for another day. Jay Baker showing Randy some love. Randy's been our favorite dog too. Shout out to Randy. Kelly, what do y'all think about Kelly's comments? I had to post them. Georgia, like Auburn, is still a little brother. Auburn's always going to be our little brother. What would Georgia be? Would Georgia be a distant cousin? Maybe an uncle we don't want. I don't know. I don't know how that works. Auburn's always going to be a little brother. Even Charles Barkley went on note for saying that he said we're always going to be second to them, especially when it comes to football. So Auburn's got some work to do there. But if you talk to some of the people in Auburn's world, apparently they're going to have a fantastic season. Hugh Freeze might even win SEC Coach of the Year, blah, 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 whatever. So we'll see that. Kat, funny you say this because prior to me going on, Herb and I talked, and I said, since you're not here, I only have 2 things I'm going to talk about. One of them I already mentioned regarding Anthony St. Jones. So the show is not going to be as lengthy as we normally are. And regarding that, for those that don't know, our usual Saturday night shows can go from 30 minutes to over an hour. We had Randy on, was it 1 or 2 weeks ago? That show was one of our best shows. It was like hour 15, hour 20 minutes. We don't know how. This one's going to be much shorter. Probably ended in a few minutes here, but go ahead and do what you got to do. Clean the house. And after what is your husband cooking? Let me know, Kat, because I just got finished eating, but for some reason I'm still hungry. Okay, so Jay Bake clarified it. Jay Bake says Georgia is the twin brother, but we were born first. It's funny because I have twins, and my son was born 1 minute before my daughter. So I don't know how that analogy kind of compares to this, but that's funny. I guess that's it. Randy, how do you feel about that? Y'all are our twin brother, but we're 1 minute older. I'll take that right now. for those that didn't know, Herb is running this account. I thought Herb was supposed to be partying well, celebrating. I'm sure he is, but this comment also shows how dedicated Herb has been. And I want to give Herb his flowers real quick. This shows how dedicated Herb has been to our podcast since we initially started. And everything I'm about to say is absolutely 1,000% true. Herb was the one that got the ball rolling. He did all the research, found out what systems we need to use regarding StreamYard, how to do the podcast. He's made the majority of the connections that we've garnered up over the past few years regarding contacts as far as guests being on the show, other Bama podcasters, etc. Herb has been the main one rolling the ball there. So kudos to my brother. I love my brother. He's an amazing guy, amazing husband. Brittany's lucky to have him. Brittany's really, really lucky to have him. Yeah, just giving him kudos. If she's watching, just y'all laugh, whatever. Anyway, but yeah, Herb is one of the main. Herb might be the main reason why we are where we are today. And again, as I mentioned earlier, the ball's still moving. We're just getting started. We have huge lofty goals that we will meet eventually. It just might take some time, but that's the world of social media. All right, so the other topic that I wanted to touch on tonight was, and I mentioned this a couple minutes ago regarding fall camp. There are 5 things that I want to see in fall camp. These are just 5 things off the top of my head that I kind of want to see in fall camp. I hope that we can meet all these expectations. And Randy, if you're still here, chime in. Excuse me. Chime in and let me know. Randy, I see you. What you like to see. What are 5 things you want to see out of the Georgia Bulldogs fall camp? These are just 5 of the things that came off the top of my head. Number 1 is no injuries. I have no idea why Herb happened to use my favorite Alabama quarterback as the photo here. This was, I forgot. I don't know if this was the Mississippi State game when I don't know why he took the hit. Anyway, but excuse me. The topic is no injuries. I just don't want to see any injuries in fall camp. This happens all the time. There's a little bit of contact, but not too much. But anything can happen in the world of football. Guys can sprain ankles, get hurt, mess up an arm, sprain a shoulder, whatever the case may be. At the end of the day, when you're watching all the photos and videos on social media, you just want to get through the day, be able to sleep well, knowing that everybody's healthy. One name that comes to mind was Deontay Lawson. I know that last time I checked, he was still recovering from his injury, but he's there. I think he'll be ready for game 1 against Florida State, but he's still slowly recovering, but he'll be there. He'll be ready. So yeah, no injuries. I'm good on that. I just want to see everybody healthy, and looking forward to August 30th. Number 2, Ty emerging more as a starter. So this might, some people might rub their heads with this one, but for those that don't know, yes, Ty is going to be our starter. Grubb has been vocal about him. Other players have been vocal about Ty. He's going to be our starter. But what I mean by as emerging more as a starter, I want to see more positive comments regarding Ty. I want to see more perspectives on him passing the ball, how he looks in fall camp, his leadership capabilities, leadership abilities, everything surrounding a QB1. I want to see that start to come out even more throughout fall camp. Again, Herb and I can't attend fall camp, so I don't know. I'm just going off what I see on social media. But the more positive news I hear about Ty, the better. I want to know that going into game 1 in Tallahassee, that everybody is 1,000% supporting Ty. And I'm not saying they're not. I'm just saying, just generally speaking, I want to say that they're all supporting Ty. I think they are now, and I just want to see more of Ty. And again, I'm going to lead into point number 3 as well. But I'm just talking about Ty because he's our QB1. But I think our other QBs will show up too in fall camp, and you definitely want to see that production as well. Again, who was QB2? Obviously, Keelan Russell is the 5-star, highly ranked Elite 11 QB out of Duncanville, Texas. A lot of people, even by him coming to Alabama, thought that maybe he could get the starting position over Ty. I think it's safe to say right now he's not going to be in the starting position over Ty unless something drastic happens. But I do think Keelan Russell will get some playing time throughout the season. Let's look at game 1. Right now, we're like an 11.5, 12-point favorite over Florida State. If the game gets ugly, and me personally, I think it's going to be more of a 35-17, maybe if we're lucky, 42-17 type game, or maybe 35-14 42-14 type of game. I don't necessarily know if Keelan gets in this game, but our second game is Louisiana Monroe. Keelan gets in. Keelan and Austin Mack will play. And let me clarify that. I don't know who QB2 is. So I'm just ringing out Keelan's name because he's the first guy I looked at. So Keelan will get in game 2 against Louisiana Monroe, and we'll see Austin Mack. Game 3, we host Wisconsin, depending on how that game gets. And we whooped on them pretty bad last year in Madison. If this game gets ugly, hopefully we get to see QB2 and QB3 in that game. I don't know. Let me know in the comments who you guys think is going to be QB2. I right now I would say Keelan, but Keelan's still young. It could be Austin Mack. I think both of them have the tools and the capabilities of being a good backup. I just don't know who it is going to be right now. So, sorry guys. I see you guys in the comments. I'm trying to play catch up here myself. Latoya, thank you for joining us. Roll Tide as always. Definitely appreciate you for joining us on this beautiful Saturday night. I keep saying us, but Herb's always here in spirit. He can't be here physically today, but he's always here, of course. Kelly says, yes. Personally, I love the quiet leadership Ty is making. Lions don't advertise their line. Oh, I like that. I like that, Kelly. Lions don't advertise. They're Lions. I like that, Kelly. I love that. That's awesome. I'm going to say that today. I'm just going to start saying that on randomly every single day. Again, I asked Randy about fall camp. He said, yeah, getting to watch 15 minutes of Georgia's first practice fall camp the other day was awesome. I completely understand that. Again, we're all missing college football. After college football ends in January or whenever it ends for your specific team, you kind of go into this phase. And me personally, I watch the NBA. That'll kind of get me over to June. After that, I just kind of watch what's on. I do watch a little bit of WNBA and some other things. The other day, I found myself watching ESPN 8 The Ocho. For those of you that don't watch that channel, they have some interesting sports on that show. They have the kickball thing, ping pong, billiards, or some people call it pool, whatever. They also have this slippery stair contest where it is what it is. It's just a bunch of slippery stairs. First one to get up there rings the bell. They've got a lot of stuff going on at ESPN 8 The Ocho. Tune into it. Just check it out. It just helps to pass the time by. I don't know why I got off that tangent. Sorry about that. Let's see what else we got going in the comments. Roll Tide. Yeah. Roll Tide roll. Again, Herb even chimed in. Yeah, we all love how Ty is handling his leadership role, his QB1 role right now. Cannot wait to see him on August 30th. I do think it's going to take some time for Ty to progress over the season. With that being said, I don't know if Ty is going to look awesome, just absolutely flawless in game 1 against Florida State. We're going into enemy territory. It's going to be hot out there. I don't think Ty throws for 8,000 yards and 40 touchdowns and, doesn't miss a pass. He's going to have some ill-advised passes. He's going to make some mistakes, maybe a fumble or two. But it's important for Alabama fans of Bama Nation to support Ty. And we did a YouTube video on this a while ago. You have to support Ty. You can't just beat him up every time he makes a mistake and say, put in the backup, because you don't know how good the backup's going to be. Ty has been loyal to us. He was an early enrollee back in January of 2022. He stayed with this program, backed up Milroe the past 2 years. And I'm going to be honest, this is my personal opinion. Some of those games the past 2 years, I wouldn't mind seeing Ty. I say, hey, put Ty in. At this point, I don't know if we have anything else to lose. But Ty Simpson did things the old way. He didn't transfer. He didn't jump ship. He probably could have started at a lot of different other teams in the country and started. But he stayed and said, I'm going to remain loyal to the school I committed to. And he waited his time, and now is his time. I think he's going to have a great 2025 season. All the weapons are put up and surrounding him. Offensively, there's going to be pressure there, but he's going to have a deep receiving core to throw to. Nice set of tight ends. The running back room is going to be packed as well. Ty is set up for success. It's just up to him to just make the right decisions at the right time. Looking forward to seeing Ty. If you're not supporting Ty, I don't know what to tell you. There's always going to be some naysayers out there, but he just doesn't look, he threw for 400 yards and we won by 40 points, but that one pass in the second quarter stop it. Just stop it, okay? Go if that's how it is, then just don't watch any more Alabama football. Because nobody's going to make you happy. It doesn't matter what we do. Ty is going to make some mistakes, but we're going to be here to support Ty for real Alabama fans. It is what it is. Oh, yeah. Okay, Randy. Yeah, let us know when the video's out there. We definitely support you, man. We'll check it out. With that being said, let's move on to the next one. And Randy, I did get your text. I'm good for now, but I got your text and I appreciate you. Okay, so he got me by surprise. All right. I was really going to say number 4, and I can't believe I didn't see this one coming. I should know my brother better. Yes, Herb, I do miss you. I don't know where the tears came from. That it's funny. That's an Alabama hat, but it's got the R on there. Oh my gosh, I don't know how this happened. Herb got me. I hope everybody that's watching it at Britt and Herb's house, he got me again. Wow. And I need to find that Bama football shirt. I think it's somewhere in one of my drawers. I'm glad you made this picture. You got me. All right, number 4, keep an eye on Deontay Lawson. And I mentioned this in slide number 2, I believe, regarding injuries. Deontay Lawson he's going to be our starting linebacker. He got hurt somewhere midway, I think, through the 2024 season. He's out for several games. We need him in order for us to be successful. Yes, we'll have a little bit of depth in the linebacker room, but we need him starting. We need him going. If he's not ready to go game 1, I think we'll still survive. But we want Deontay Lawson on the field. He's considered a leader in the locker room, leader on the field. We need Deontay Lawson. I don't know what else you want me to say about that. We're going to need him on the field starting August 30th. We hope Deontay Lawson can stay healthy throughout fall camp. And if he doesn't, if he gets banged up a little bit, then like I said, you have to sit him. If you sit him the first game, maybe you sit him the second game. It's Louisiana Monroe. We'll survive that game. No disrespect to Louisiana Monroe, but y'all aren't going to beat us. Yeah, Big Mike, he got me. I didn't see that one coming. He got me. Kudos to her. Where's her? Yeah, you got me, brother. All right, Randy, thank you for the comments. Georgia definitely looks the part. Okay, good to hear. Good to hear from Georgia's camp. Elijah Griffin is coming. I've heard about him. Big. I think he's a defensive lineman. Huge guy. Huge get for Georgia. Let's be honest. Georgia's defense always looks pretty stacked, so they're going to be good there. My questions for Georgia is their offensive side of the ball. Is Gunnar Stockton going to be that guy? I know that's like one of the main topics out there for some people that don't follow Georgia football. So I don't know. I'm assuming he's going to be QB1, and they'll see what happens after that. But number 3, Kirby is confident in his team, as he should be. Yes. Ellis Robinson is a problem. And special team. Yeah, I've actually seen some high ratings for UGA special teams. I forgot what the list was, but they had like 4 or 5 guys ranked high on their special teams. And I know some of you may be looking at it's like, it's special teams, but hey, special teams plays a very, very intricate part in winning some football games. It's not just they come out every once in a while, kick a ball and return a ball. They do big things. They're very, very important to your very important part to your program. So shout out to Georgia special teams is supposed to be the thing right there. Okay, we'll see. All right, so yeah, Deontay Lawson. And finally, number 5, I want to know what freshmen are going to start to stand out and will make an impact in 2025. With that, I mean, what freshmen are we going to see highlights of, or what freshmen are we going to hear more from in fall camp over this next month or over the next few weeks? One of the names that comes to mind is Dijon Lee. Okay, I'm going to say 6'4", like 220 or something like that. Some people have said he's not that tall in person. I've seen it listed as 6'4". I know he's tall. He's got some really, really good size and length to him. I do think he's going to get some playing time this year. Not necessarily starting right away, but I do think he'll get some playing time throughout the season. Cat, that's what I was thinking too. I forgot what nickname I gave him. I don't know if it was. I don't know. I'll figure that out another time. But I think Dijon Lee is somebody we'd love to see on the field. Another one, wide receiver Latsir Brooks and Derek Meadows. I would love to see them get some more love in fall camp, see them shine a little bit, and love to see them get them on the field. I do think it's extremely important that freshmen get playing time right as soon as possible, especially with the day of the NIL and the transfer portal. That's one thing they want to see. That's why they choose their program. I don't know if it's someone necessarily telling them they're going to start, whatever the case may be, but freshmen need to play. Put them on the field whenever they can. Again, if we blow out Florida State and we can get some of those guys on the field, it'll be better for us. If not, we'll wait till game 2 against Louisiana Monroe. So Yeah, I want to know what freshmen, if there's anybody in the comments, what other freshmen do you guys want to see make an impact in 2025? All right. With that being said, let's see, Kyle, Xavier Brown's able to play well enough to keep his spot. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I think he will be able to play well enough to keep maintain his spot. But our DB room is deep this year, which is really, really good. We're going to be loaded. But Xavier Brown is going to be an important part to this football team in the 2025 season. Well, with that being said, I hope you guys appreciated me riding solo tonight. Let me know in the comments how I did. Again, do one more because it's Brittany's birthday celebration today. Anybody at Brittany's house watching, cheers. Or anybody at home just watching in general, cheers. Brittany, again, we love you. We appreciate you. The kids also, of course, they call you Aunt Britt. They miss you. We hope to see y'all soon. Keep taking care of Herb. Herb, keep taking care of Brittany. Y'all are doing a beautiful thing there. For those who don't know, Herb and Britt are both small business owners, but they have worked extremely well to get to where they are right now. And I can't commend them enough. There are some people out there that have visions of doing small business things, but they're somewhat scared. I don't know if it's going to work out, so forth and so on. Herb and Britt probably experienced the same thing, but they branched out, did their own thing, living a great life. I love you guys. I miss you guys. I'm so proud of y'all. I cannot wait to see you guys soon. Obviously, I'll see Herb on August the 30th when we're in Tallahassee. Probably see Britt a little later in October. We still have to catch them at the new house when it's been fully renovated. It's all super duper fancy now. They've got like chandeliers everywhere. They got a pool. They got I think they have a baby shark in their pool. I don't even know how they got that to work, but they have like a baby shark in their pool. They've got this big mansion out there in Leeds. It's freaking ridiculous. Anyway, cheers to Brittany. Happy birthday. All right, guys. Cheers to everybody. I hope you enjoyed this beautiful Saturday night. Again, riding solo. Again, I mentioned it earlier. Herb and I appreciate you guys. We appreciate all the support. Please continue to support us. We're going to continue to grow, continue to branch out, continue to try new things. And let us know in the comments or DMs or whatever you follow us on the socials. Just let us know what you want to see more of, or if there are certain guests, certain teams you want to see come on the show. Whatever the case may be, just let us know. Just let us know. And I hope everybody has a good Saturday evening. Continue to watch SummerSlam if you are, and then watch it tomorrow. And excuse me. With that being said, love you guys and roll Tide.